Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful morning here in West Virginia, and welcome to, I believe it's our third installment of the 5 Licks series. And today, we're going to do 5 licks from the Delta Blues Masters. Up there, I think that was Jimmy putting his contribution into the licks. All right, so everything we do today is going to be an open G, and that is GD, or DG, DG, B, D. All right, guys. Now, this is the first string. That's the 6th string. Let's just jump into it. I thought we'd start with my personal favorite, and that is Robert Johnson with his intro to Crossroads Blues. So, away we go. Here's the lick. All right, very familiar sounding lick, especially his guitar playing when he was in open G or open A. I believe he tuned up to open A a lot. Okay, so here's how this lick works. We're going to go to the 12th fret on the top 2 strings. All right. So we're going to have sorry, I had to look at my note for a second. Sliding in to the 12th fret. 12. Then we're going to do triplets. 2 of them doing the same thing, coming in on the first beat of the triplet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. All right, now we're going to go to the strings 2 and 3 and slide in, and then we're going to grab to the 12th fret, and then we're going to grab strings 1 and 2 once we get there. All right, now the next part of that lick is really cool. And this is one of the parts that I really love about slide guitars. It's this down, up. All right, so we're going to go from the 11th to the 12th fret on the 2nd string. And then catch the 12th fret on the 3rd string and slide off. Like that. Then we're going to go to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. And pull up a little bit with the slide. And we're going to be open. And then the 5th fret of the 1st string. So, then open 3rd string, and that old walking down, the little turnaround there. So I take my 2nd finger, put it on the 3rd fret on the 6th string, my 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th string, and I play the 3rd string open. And then I move that old contraption down to the 2nd fret, 1st fret, then open, and then on the 5th string to the 4th fret, and then open 4th string, open 6th string. So, ba 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 ba. All right, and that's the thing. So, here we go. Alright, and there's your intro to Crossroads Blues. And of course, this is in the tabs over on Patreon. If you're on YouTube, you know what? Give me a like and subscribe. It won't cost you anything, and it does a great deal of support for me in the channel. Alright, now, let's jump up to another one of my favorite players, and that's Mississippi Fred McDow. And this lick comes from the tune Drinking Water. I've been drinking water out of a hollow log, I believe is the name of the tune. So, alright, so what's he doing? He's going to the 5th fret on the 1st string and doing triplets, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then holds it for 4. And then we're going to do 2 more sets of triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open on the and of 4. So, now these are all triplets. Triplet. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and excuse me. So, all right. So what are we doing? We're sliding on the 2nd string. 3, 1, open. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to the 3rd string and going to the 3rd fret and pulling off to get the string open. And then the 4th string, same thing. But then we slide from 3 to 5, and then open third string. So there's the whole lick. I'd encourage you to go out and listen to these tunes. They're fantastic. And you know what I love about Mississippi Fred McDowell's? He's a master at taking a phrase and playing it as many ways different as many different ways as possible. Excuse me. I think my lack of sleep is affecting my tongue here today. All right. But he could play it as many ways as possible in one tune, and it's so interesting and so fun to see. All right, the next guy we're going to talk about is Sunhouse, and this lick comes from a tune called My Black Mama, and it's kind of a precursor. Well, I don't know if I can say this truthfully, but the lick sounds like a precursor to Death Letter Blues. I think it's just sort of a standard Sunhouse lick. All right, so what's he doing? He's going in first place. You got to get this technique down, where you kind of hit the strings and pluck them with your thumb at the same time. So what you're going to do, excuse me, is you're going to go to the 3rd fret on the 5th string and pull up a little bit with the slide, and then open. Then you're going to go to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and then open. And then 5th fret on the 1st string. And in between you're going to have these, I call them chucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll tell you, the way I do this, and the way I finally came to, I was trying to do everything with a thumb, where I'd go and then jump up and do the 3rd. But I'm finding that if I make my hand kind of into, I've referred to it as kind of like a claw, a crab claw before. I can use my middle finger to play the 3rd string. And the 1st string. So you would go, you know, slow this way down. Try to do it with a metronome. I never did that, and it's really affected my playing. But anyway, here we go. So 3rd fret, off. And when you come off, you just play do the chuck. 3rd fret on 3rd string, off. And then 5th fret on the 1st string. Boom. And give them some, you know, the little vibrato up there. And you can let that 1st string ring while you're doing your chucks. You hear that? And it'll just keep ringing. All right. Now, Sunhouse hung out with a dude named Charlie Patton, and also Robert Johnson kind of hung out with him as well and watched him, although they made fun of him. And Charlie Patton has a tune called High Sheriff Blues. I'm going to try to play through it here for you once this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that lick. It's got that lonesome sound at the end. All right. So what's he doing? He's going 5th string. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then top 3 strings. 5th string, and then 1st finger. I put my 1st finger on the 2nd fret on the 1st string and play the first 2 strings. And then you're going to go up to the 5th fret. All right, so open 5, 5th fret, 1 and 2, open 1 and 2, and then fifth fret on 1 and 2, and then open 5, and then first finger on the second fret of the first string, second string open, and then everything open. Give it a little strum. Then you go to the second string, 12th fret, coming into the 12th fret. I started about the 11th fret. Let it ring, but catch the third string at the 12th fret. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. High Sheriff Blues. Check that one out. Now, I love Charlie Patton, and I've listened to a lot of his things. I've been slow to transcribe some of his things just because I can't hear it that well. But I'll tell you what, it's really worth digging into. I dug into that one yesterday, trying to get something together for you guys so that it would be nice for you, and I'm glad I did. Man, what a great song. All right. Now, the last lick is from a dude named Furry Lewis. Now, Furry Lewis actually lived his life out in Memphis. This is not a slide lick. And he does a lot in open G where he doesn't play slide. He just uses the tunings, open G or Spanish tuning. He also does a lot in, I don't know if he's in open E or open D, but he's in that Vestapole tuning. All right, which we're going to hit some of that next week. We're going to do 5 more licks from Delta Blues Masters, but this time we're going to come back in open D and really explore what was going on there. All right, so here's this lick. Okay, now let's talk about Furry Lewis. He's another great Delta Blues master. Now, this isn't a slide lick. This is a lick that he just played, and he did a lot in Spanish or open G tuning without a slide, which is really interesting because it's a great technique to get into. Okay, also did a lot in open D or E. I'm not sure which one he was in, Vestapole tuning, which next week we're going to do Masters of the Delta Blues, but we're going to do it in Vestapole or open E, D in my case, tuning. So, here's his lick, and I'm going to play it slow. It's a nice lick, kind of has a city feel, a ragtime feel. In fact, Furry lived in Memphis, I think, for a lot of his life. Okay, so this tune, again, is in open G. We're going to play the 5th string, and then the 5th fret on the 1st string. Then we're going to play the 4th string and do a triplet on the 1st string with frets 3, 2, and 0. And then we're going to come back to play the 5th string again, and this time we're going to go 3rd fret, 3rd string, open 2nd string. And then we're going to go 3rd string, 2nd fret on 4th string, 3rd string. So here it is. Do it again. All right, there it is. So you got 2 triplets and 2 sets of 8th notes. All right, now it ends. So 5th string, and then the top 2 strings, and I put my pinky on the 5th fret. 1 and 2 and. So 1 and triple it, and triple it, and. All right, guys, there's Furry Lewis. And what's cool is you can take these licks, learn them, get really good at them, stick them in other blues songs. That's what these guys did. They ran back and forth. All right, guys, so like I said, tabs are available over on Patreon. It's $1 a month if you choose to join me over there. You'll get tabs for everything. And you'll be able to be a part of our Lick a Day series where every day we get a new guitar lick to work on. All right, guys. Hey, please like and subscribe here on YouTube or wherever you're watching this. And, guys, I thank you so much for all your patronage. Thank you for following me on my YouTube channel. Thank you for following me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter or X, Facebook, or wherever you're following me. I just really appreciate it, guys. Hey, and I'll see you next week for more 5 Licks.